Alright, hey everyone. This soap video I'm going to do an embed. I have a round loaf that I made from a previous batch, and I'm going to put that in a square loaf mold so that when you cut them you can see the round slice in the middle of the square soap. So here I have my oils and my lye. I'm going to be coloring this soap actually black, so I'm using activated charcoal and then scenting it with sage, citrus, and lemongrass. And then I'm going to try and do maybe a mica line within it as well. So the recipe for today is 20 ounces of olive oil, 2 ounces of sesame oil, 12 ounces of coconut oil, 76 degree, 4 ounces of cocoa butter, 14.4 ounces of water, and 5.38 ounces of lye. I've been impatient trying to get oils and lye water to the right temperature. So today what I did was I actually mixed these really early in the morning, and then I kind of went to work and then came back. So now everything is all room temperature and it's kind of ready to go. So that was kind of a good thing. So, all right, so I'm going to get started. So let me put this over here. So my temperatures, I just took the temperatures. They're both right around 68 degrees. And I'm not really doing anything super fancy to like swirls or anything. So I actually may try to get this a little thicker to start with. Although I've been having, I'm not the fastest soaper in the world, so the thinner, I think, the better, as long as it's incorporated. And I think that's okay for right now, because I'm going to add my fragrance and my color. So I'm going to try the charcoal, the activated charcoal. And I didn't mix that in any oil beforehand, which might have been a bad idea. We'll see. Okay, that worked pretty well. Didn't get everywhere. I don't know that I've read like what the appropriate amount is for a charcoal to be used per pound. So that was a ½ ounce of activated charcoal, and this is I don't know, I guess I just guessed, really. But the fragrance that was called for this amount was 1.9 ounces. So I was going to do that. I was going to add 1.9 ounces, but that seemed like so much. And then now, even now, this seems like it got a really black color on it. But, alright, so I'm going to add my fragrance, which is 1.9 ounces. That smells really good. I am about at a medium trace, and I think that's perfect for what I'm gonna do. So I have this piece to embed, and what I'm hoping is the piece itself is yellow, a yellow circular thing. I'll get in a second, but what I'm hoping is I'll have this nice yellow circle in the middle of this black space. So I have my mold, and this is just my mold that I made myself out of foam core. It's a 12 by 4.5 wide by 4 inches tall. I don't usually fill it all the way up though, so. All right, I'm gonna pour some in the bottom here. And now I cut my embed just as long, and the reason I did that is I'm actually going to try and sort of squeeze it against the sides. You can see it's a yellow swirl that I did with just a white, sort of a medium yellow, and then a dark yellow, and I swirled it in the pot and then poured it into a PVC pipe and let it sit. So I got this sort of nice swirly yellow, and then I just coated it with copper glitter. Oh no, I'm sorry, brass glitter that I just got today, so I'm excited to do that. All right, so I'm going to try and keep this, and the reason I wanted it just as long is because I'm hoping that by having it sort of stick on the sides, it will help to keep it sort of suspended and not sink to the bottom. Ooh, got glitter everywhere. All right, and I'm going to try and do a different kind of mica line. I'm hoping this doesn't take the glitter away. All right, I'm going to try and save some there. I may actually push this down a little further here. Okay, I'm going to try and do a little bit of a texture here if I can. It's probably not thick enough. Yeah, it's not really thick enough. I may let this sit for a minute and see if it thickens in the next minute or two, a couple minutes. And because what I want to do is sort of try an uneven mica line with some glitter and see how that goes. But I think I need it to thicken a little bit. So I'll be back. I'm going to pause and then I'll come back very quickly, okay? Okay, well, I think I'm going to change my mind a little bit. I was going to try and do a sort of textured top here, but I didn't let this get thick enough. So I'm going to try and do a little texture. Just so I can kind of get an uneven line with my mica. Okay, I'm just looking for a little visual interest, that's all, nothing too complicated. Alright, and then I have some white diamond glitter. And I actually sort of messed up my plan. I was going to try and pour on either side of the circular embed, so I didn't cover it with black soap, and then do the mica line on either side to sort of give it a line on either side of the circle. But it didn't work out that way. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to do the rest of the soap. Alright, so that's it for right now. I'm going to just finish covering this up, and then tomorrow I will come back and unmold it. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Check back for the cut later on. Thanks, bye. Alright, hey everyone, this is a follow-up to the embedding a circular soap within a square mold, and this is the cutting of it. So as you can see, I already took it out of the mold. I was impatient, but I took it out of the mold this morning and just sort of unwrapped it so it could sit for the rest of the day in the air. I like when the sides sort of dry out a little bit. You can see the top definitely ashed, although I don't know, I think it looks kind of cool, actually. But anyway. Alright, so we're going to cut some soap. Alright, well, that came out really good, actually. I really like it. Now, I put glitter around the circular embed, and I can't really see that. And then I did sort of a mica line, and it's probably hard to see, but there is a very wispy kind of glittery line that goes across. So I like the look overall. the swirls within the black, I think, look really cool. And I think I'm going to call this something like Citrus Moon Shadow. Something like that. It smells really good. Okay, they came out super nice. I'm kind of very happy and pleased with how they look. I wish the the glitter around the circle was more noticeable, but especially since I used quite a bit of it. But, I still think it looks really good. The swirls in the yellow part, some of them are definitely better than others. When I made that swirl in the round mold, it started to thicken up on me and I had to sort of move pretty quickly. So I didn't get quite as good of swirls as I would have liked. Although I can still see them. They're still definitely in there. I would have liked to see more white. This side came out pretty good. And before I started the camera, I actually measured out the slices, and there's little marks on the top. So I'm not just eyeballing this. Okay, so that swirl came out pretty nice. There's some, you can definitely see some white in there. And these are pretty good sized bars. I do want to weigh them at some point and track, kind of what the weight loss is. I haven't done that yet on a fresh bar. Okay, so this is kind of a sample left over. And the other thing I want to do is, I haven't tried doing any pH testing, and I just got my pH strips in today, so I'm going to try some of that. Okay, so let me just take some. That was kind of on the outside. It's still pretty soft. Alright, I'm just going to mix a little water. I think you can just take the pH strips and sort of moisten the soap and run them over it. But well, I'm wearing gloves, so it should be okay. But they recommend if you have, if you're just using your hands, your own hands have, their own pH. So, okay. Alright, so it's just a little color scale and a pH strip. Okay. Alright. So I'd say that's right on 6, almost going to 7, so it's somewhere between 6 and 7 probably. Normal pH being 7, so this is right there. It still needs to, and this is fresh out of the mold, and it wasn't oven processed. It was just cold processed. It was just sitting in the mold. It sat out overnight on the counter, and then I just removed it now. So that's pretty good. So, all right, great. So I'm very happy with that, and check back for more videos. If you have any questions, please leave them below or comments. Thanks so much.